Alrighty, welcome back. We are starting another episode of Satisfactory today. Thank you all to those who are returning to this playthrough series. We got some of our most viewers we've seen on our tutorial video, our entry video, if you will. And I've also decided to call that episode 0 because I think we're going to basically start the series from here officially. Because that was kind of the tutorial, so not everyone's going to enjoy that. Whereas the rest of it will be kind of more geared towards the general public as well. But I hope you guys are having a good time today. Thanks for watching this video. If you end up liking what you see here, please don't forget to hit that like button. Send me a comment if you feel like it. Maybe even subscribe if you're feeling it. Want to see more of these Satisfactory videos. I'm hoping to be pretty chill with it. Pretty I don't know what to say, but we're looking forward to it. Like I said in episode 0, I really enjoy this game. Love getting creative with it. It's just that creative need for me, especially in games, as well as the need for balance in it. So that's always been good. But yeah, there's something you love about Satisfactory or love about my videos, shoot me a comment so we can chat about it. I'd love to chat with you guys about it. With that, let me get you guys caught up. So at the end of my other video, on episode 0, we got very basic setups, and I said that I would set up the copper, that I would set up a miner on limestone, and kind of get the biofuel figured out off screen. I have done that, so let me give you a little tour. So our hub is still here. We've upgraded iron and all that stuff is still working the way it was. We've got rods being produced on this line, plates being produced on this line. I did introduce a limestone producer here, and we are making concrete. Not as efficiently as we ought to. We're only getting 30 limestone, which means we're only at about 2/3%, or 2/3%, at 2/3 capacity, or 66%. And I've also been letting it run, so we are slowly gathering concrete, which will be really important. Over here, I set up a biofuel production line, effectively. One tub is for wood, one tub is for leaves, and then they just produce biomass. If I can get over this, there we go. And so we're getting that. So basically, anytime our power grid goes down, we can just go grab one of those. I did have to add another biofuel generator. I think today's will kind of split off from the hub. I always like to do that pretty early. I'll build extras of these so that we don't have to rely on these, because these aren't as efficient as the bigger ones, and they also don't produce as much energy. Also, if we end up moving our hub ever, then we have to reattach them and bring down the whole grid. So the sooner we can get off relying off the hub power grid, the better. And so that's what we'll probably try to do today. Get that set up more. Over here is the copper one. We are producing way more copper ingots than we really need, or can use yet, since we don't have splitters, although hoping to fix that today. So I have 2 lines, but I kind of have to manually feed this one. So I bring this over, we produce wire. Wire's being produced in that one as well, being brought over here, producing cable. And like I said before, our power grid shut down. We'll fix that in just a second. I kind of let it run for a little bit after I got all this set up, so we could kind of collect. So we do have some goodies for us. and kind of just focus more on building today versus running around handcrafting a bunch of stuff like we were in the last episode a lot. Let's go check our biofuel, see which one ran out. I should go grab some biomass actually quick. Grab a couple of stacks of that, and we'll run back over here. Okay. And everything's rebuilt. So yeah, like we can see here, I guess they're not necessarily different efficiencies because this is about 2/3 of the consumption that this goes through. It also produces 2/3 of the energy. So I guess they're actually equally efficient, but all the same, I'd rather just be feeding 2 of these bad boys rather than 3. And it just simplifies things. And with one of the more recent updates, I think it might have been in 1.0, they added a feed tube. So we can just set it up to auto refill these, which is also really nice. Alrighty, and with that, let's get started. So something I said last time that I wasn't going to do any research off screen. I did kind of lie a little bit because I did end up getting just the foundations, but that's all I did. It was just the first one. The rest of the tier 1 ones we're going to start working on. Probably starting with... Let's get over here. So logistics would be really nice because then we could set up splitters. I could stop doing that. We can also see our building efficiency stat, which will be nice. The other one that's really going to be helpful is this field research. And part assembly is important. Obstacle clearing will get us more set up on our electrical grid, which will be nice. So those might be the ones that I'm shooting for today. With that, and let's see if this is far enough. I'm going to use camera mode here and decouple camera, and I'm going to fly up here super high. So this flat area over here, right over here, kind of the area I'm looking at starting my first like actual factory. So this mess down here, and you can see it, is just kind of a conglomeration of everything, all disorganized all over the place. But what we really need is just a nice starter base, effectively. Starter factory, at least, would probably be the better word for it. So I don't think it'll be a full-on base yet, at least. Right over here on this flat area, it's got a couple of not great nodes nearby, but we can kind of combine a couple, especially once we have that merger and splitter in the research. It does have quite a few limestone, so we can start producing more concrete, which would be really nice because concrete's really needed for a lot of foundation. But yeah, so with that, we'll get started. Alright, so let's start with the logistics. This should be pretty easy. Boom, send. Already got it. Up in the top right there, you'll see it's going to count down. That goes up each time you do a level, and then this takes off.
To save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics.
With that,
if you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in,
this produces 30.
Visualize all the people relying on you.
This requires 15.
Billions of faces,
this requires 15. So what we're going to do is...
Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Logistics here. I'm going to add these to my hotbar. So 6. And there. Now I won't have to feed it anymore. It'll just naturally produce. It's automated. We are also undervaluing our copper ore. We're producing 60 per minute. We're only using up 30. So eventually I'd want to swap these out, although I'll probably wait till we build our bigger factory, because right now, to be honest, just for loose change production, this will be okay. Could wow, that's bad. What else can I? So we could probably be making more rods per minute if I split it, because we're producing 30, assuming 15, producing 15. So this will be a good example. This, split this off. We will, yep, perfect, it already said it. It does that now. Split this off and continue rod production. So that's also going to be important. Now I can drop, where'd it go? Organizations, we can drop a storage container right here for rods. And then I am actually going to drop another, I'm going to have to go around this little plant for right now. Oops, not what I wanted. Rods will continue collecting. Oh, it wasn't quite like that. Weird. Put most of those away. I'll grab a couple. And let's see here. Oh yeah, I need reinforced plate. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so purpose of that being is we're gonna this off over here. Route the rods over here. Put that on another. Hey, look, our little guy's back. And it's going to start spitting out rods. We are producing 15. And I am going to go here and drop screws. So it's going to take 10 of our rods per minute. Produce 40 screws with that. We will also then... This is fun. Just making spaghetti. We'll also connect that in. So now we can produce screws. We'll make making those reinforced plates easier, make our lives a little bit. Alright, let's go grab another space elevator, or sorry, not space elevator, another research thing, and find out how close we are. Research should probably be a good one. Obstacle clearing is also pretty good. Let's just go ahead and clear out tier 1. We'll do this one next. He has a couple more inventory slots as well. We'll drop in what we have of this and this. Need more copper wire. Let me go see. Do that. Drop this off. We need more screws, which we'll be getting. Alrighty, in which case I am just going to let this run for a few minutes and I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Okay, well, we got a little bit more than we needed. So we will take those and we will get the field research going. And launch. Okay, Ada's gonna say some stuff.
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Okay, with all that, so we got our 3 slots, like I said. We also got the MAM, which is going to be really exciting. That's how we also do research chains a little bit separately. Get specific parts and products. What else did we get in this? Oh yeah, we can access the map. We can make a personal storage box now, which will be nice. And we also have the object scanner. I don't use the object scanner a whole lot. Like it gets nice for a later game for finding slugs and stuff, but I find that there are so many of them that it's really not that hard to find the slugs without the object scanner. So I don't have to make one. But we do have it, so that's at least cool. Object scanner is just a little scanning device for those that don't know, that allows you to help find specific items such as these slugs up there, and a couple of other random trinkets and stuff that can be good for later game. But like I said, they're usually pretty abundant, so we've never really found a huge need for them. But all the same, we might use it at some point. Alright, with that, oh yeah, we can also see the map. So this is the map, looks pretty nice. Here's that little area I was just showing you guys not too long ago. So that'll be nice, and it'll expand as we explore and move around and stuff. So yeah. Alright, let's pick the next one here. Let's do obstacle clearing, because that will upgrade our power and we'll be able to get chainsaw, which would be nice. Oh yeah, I gotta wait till the drop pod comes back before I can, which is only in 30 seconds. So with that in mind, go grab the concrete. Take all of it, because we're gonna build a bunch. Getting ready to build. Let's take 3 stacks of this and just go top up our power supplies. We don't have to worry about it for hopefully the rest of the episode. We'll see though. Freighter re-entry is complete. Perfect. Yeah, so we'll just top this out. It probably won't actually last the whole time. These burn through pretty quickly. I mean, they should only really last 20 minutes, so not at least as long as it will take me to record this video. Maybe for the rest of the video. Anyways, doesn't matter. Okay. Let's drop these in real quick. Do have some stuff for it. Just gotta wait on the screws. Let's go just make sure we don't have, what is it, 188 screws hanging out in our screw bucket. Pretty close. Okay. What can we talk about for a few seconds while that finishes? Oh yeah, I did customize my character off screen. So this is what my character's gonna look like. One with the neon helmet, neon gun. Put this little golden nut on there. With my Dragon Archon bluish color and black. Will probably be our main colors for once we can customize that. I don't think we can customize that yet. Nope, I can't customize that yet. I think that comes later. Get off of the just generic orange. So that'll be exciting once we can. I do like having kind of a set color. It's always fun to be a little different than just the orange. The grayish blue, that's kind of the accent color there. Okay, this should be done now. Yep, take off. Okay. Go drop that in. Send it. Alright. Now
Milestone
we can turn
reached.
biomass
Solid
into this
biofuel created from any
solid biofuel.
biomass ensures
way
maximum
better.
efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note:
Yeah.
will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month? You could be if you construct, automate, explore, and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency.
Eliminate
This
all
isn't just
obstacles
fun,
to efficiency.
It's contractually mandated. Fun, fun, fun.
Screws going, make some reinforced plates here. I need 5 for the chainsaw. Cause yeah, wood is a much better source for the biomass than leaves are. But once we can start chopping down trees, we're gonna We're gonna have so much supplies for the biofuel burners. It's gonna be so nice, and we'll start actually like feeding into them a little bit better. We'll build a little powerhouse for everyone, or for us, for our little factory here. How many screws I need for this? 160. Is this produced? Take it. Wait, I went way over. Not paying attention. Okay, now we can make a chainsaw. Chainsaws are good. Swap out our berries here for them. Here we go. Here's our chainsaw. Look how nice that looks. Right. It uses solid biofuel. But let's make a couple of stacks of this quick so that we can get started. Our drop pod's coming back in, which is good. Not gonna rush to finish it, but I think what we're gonna work on next is the part assembly. Have here. Anyways, so now we have it. We can come over here, hit the tree, cut that down, and yeah, we got 9 wood. Like, they changed the animation for that. Because it used to just disappear. That actually falls, which is interesting. Yeah, that is different. I did not used to do that. Interesting. Well, that's not bad. I hate that. So yeah. That. So drop down some of these trees over here. For our power needs. Nope, there we go. Grab these ones too. Alright, so now we have lots of wood. Let's step over here. Drop all the wood in. Let's start producing more, and we'll drop these in that we grabbed. These can start working. I think we will also want to do. Go ahead and build a couple more foundations here. Our power grid shut down. Did we overexert it? Max consumption 72. Oh, and our max. Okay. In which case, I am gonna do a quick little overhaul of our production. Yeah, so give me just 1 second. All right, we're back. Okay, so like I said, overhauled this really fast. So now we have 4 of these bad boys, so they're going to produce a max capacity of 120, so that's going to give us some headway. We'll pretty much just stop using the ones that are over here together, so I'm going to actually break these down. Don't need to break that down, but I am going to disconnect the wires just so that they're not being included. We will take fuel out. Need that. And back over there. I also had to dismantle the limestone. Just needed enough room. So apparently I didn't finish this. Might be a little bit close for this, but we'll cross that bridge. There we go, but this is our first little orange box. Put leaves in and it'll produce power for us. Yeah, right now it's just powering itself. It's not too bad. Max consumption's at 20 for that. So we are using 20 to generate 100. So basically we have 100. This. And basically I have 3 bin setups here, so one takes wood, one takes leaves, this one takes biomass in case we end up finding ourselves with biomass. We can just dump it in there, head towards it, generate, get processed, and then end up doing biofuel. Use that camera mode again real quick. So yeah, so leaves go here, go through into this one, get turned into biomass. Biomass gets turned into solid biofuel right there. Admittedly, this is all going to be bottlenecked because each of these produces, I think, 60 solid biomass a minute, which means the total line on this is 180 and we can only move 60. So we'll have to upgrade that once we get tier 3, I think it is. Will be 270. Tier 2 logistics will give us 120, which will be better, but still not perfect. Which does mean that we are producing 120 or 60 at a minimum, and these 4 are eating 4 a minute, I think. Oh yeah, I can't click into them when I'm in this mode. That's funny. Anyways, but those 4 will eat 16, so we are producing way more than we need, as long as we keep them fed. So that will just be the challenge going forward. Then we are ready to expand. We can always just build this out further, or I'll wrap the chain around and have them facing each other, but for right now I thought this looked kind of nice. Yeah, and this one will be on constantly since it's just being fed with all the biomass we had already produced. Yeah. Anyways, so there's that. So that should be helpful. I think the power pole, yeah, I set up for connection point. Connect that through the wall, and for right now it's glitched. We will reconnect this into the power grid. And now, and there we go. All right, now we have 120. We're max consumption is 75, so we got some room to wiggle room. Be good. All right, but yeah, let's fix the limestone real quick. How do I want to do this? Make a couple of platforms. Right here will be fine. Okay. I do that. Here, I would like to do, I can never remember. There we go. Constructors. We're also not producing. I was going to put multiple constructors down so that we could, because I'm used to all the other ones. But we are only producing 30. So that's not even enough for one constructor to be fueled. So yeah, I guess it's just better just to have it. So we'll just set it up. Do it exactly the same way we've been doing it right now until we get our other factory set up. That up to there. Get some concrete, and we should be golden. Yeah. Also, I don't know how much any of you guys care, but I do tend to I like to go for aesthetics. So I tend to like make things look really nice, but with that, sometimes I do like have this. So I will go ahead and just admit to you guys, I don't really mind glitching it through the wall. I think for the aesthetic it looks fine. Sometimes glitching it is, and I call it glitching it, but it's an intended feature in the game to allow us to do that. But yeah, also I could have definitely centered these better than I did, but in the future I'll be better about that. But I'll probably still glitch things on occasion when it warrants it for the aesthetic. Okay, let's do some part assembly. See, this is why we need an actual factory. So find stuff. Cable, I just needed a bunch. See if after all that. Got screws, not quite enough for this. Okay, it's pretty slow going at the moment. Grab some of these. Plate here. How much concrete does this have? Yeah. We will eventually upgrade our concrete production so that we, right now it will just have to do. Alright, well, while we wait for screws, let's go take a look at our area here. I think we're gonna start building our starter factory, like I said. Alrighty, gang. Here is our area. We got some local wildlife. We will probably need to clear out these trees. Probably do it level with right here, I think. So it'll kind of have a cavity underneath, but that'll be better than being constrained by the divot here. Around that. Let's go take care of these guys real quick. Ouch. Like that. Let's chop down these trees. Oh, I didn't keep any of them. Yep. Okay. I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. I got some fuel. I chopped down a bunch of trees. Now we're ready to start building. So let's go ahead and start. All of these foundations all have roughly or the exact same price. So I usually do a 2-meter one just because it looks a little bit sturdier. The thin one just looks fragile, but the thick one just can kind of be bulky and unnecessary, I feel like, for the time. I will use it on occasion, especially if bulky is what I'm going for, but for right now at least, let's just go with this. Or just kind of work it out here. I think I want it over this cliff quite so much. Hear him. Where is he? Weird. Be down there. So we are also going to grab this, and like especially for vertical, I will. Can I not? Vertical. There it is. Do the 4 just because it will take less to get down there. There he is. Make a nice foundation and point there. Oop, there he is. Oh, I got hit a lot more than I wanted to. Alright, we'll kind of just wait. I'm gonna just add in little stairs basically, so I can hop up here. We're gonna go for as big of a starter base as we can, because I want it to last us a while. Looped across. Okay, so see where it's glitching here. I don't want that for aesthetic reasons, so we're just gonna disconnect that. And we'll just have it like this. Oh, Lizard Doggo came and joined us. Do the same thing we did on the other side. Vertical. Do those stairs for right now, so they don't have stairs unlocked. You could think of this as like scaffolding of sorts, like it's just here so that we can move it up and down our construction area. Perfect. Yeah, see, this isn't too bad. It's a nice shape. Through here are a little flying stingrays, I guess. I don't really know what they call those. I forget. Hanging out. We can start pulling some resources and getting set up. So I think I'll probably fast forward through all this. That way you can still kind of see what happened, but to be honest, it would be really boring to watch me work for that long. So, see you on the other side. Okay. Alrighty. So, you just thought, whoa. Did not notice you standing there, sir. You know I'm building a factory here. Get on, get. Alright. Anyways, so we basically, what I did was I set up all the iron production. I saw with a lot bigger scale than we did last time. Down below, I also took apart the one down below just because our power grid is barely able to hold on to this one and probably will not be able to hold on to this for forever. I mean, our max consumption's at 122, capacity is 120, so we're about 2 over, although not every machine's running all at once, so that's helping us right now. So yeah. Turned green again, yeah? Yeah, okay. So we are producing all of our iron stuff, plates here, rods are over there, screws over there. We are now getting 40 plate per minute efficiently. Rods at 30 parts per minute. Screws, I believe, at 120 parts per minute. Yep, I got 3 of those. For some reason this is not getting any iron rods, so let's just double check on that real quick. Oh, because this got changed to screws. I'm so dumb. This needs to be rods. There we go. Alright. Yep, producing rods there. Bringing it all in. Yep, producing 96. That's pretty good. We'll level out to 100 because it counts, I believe anyways, counts towards the time it's been alive. So, round itself off. Here soon. It just barely started. We are getting 30 out of each of these miners and then combining them into 60. And then I know I'm doing a silly thing and splitting them again. I just like having fewer lines coming in, so it looks nice. Nice and clean, just have 2 coming in rather than 4 coming in directly to the smelters. So yeah, these will start going. I also completed the research we were working on. That way we could build our assemblers, which I don't have rotors for, but this will be our assembler. Let's go build those rotors fast. Should have all the parts for rotors. Now we have those rotors. So I'm just going to drop this down right here. And this is our assembler. Assemblers are good because they'll combine 2 of the parts we've been making with our constructors into 1 part. Like reinforced plates, so we can stop handcrafting that. We've been handcrafting that a lot, which is going to be the end goal here. We can also make modular frames, which we don't particularly need at the moment, or rotors, which we will also need, but screws are kind of hard to produce in high quantities. I think this requires 100, so yeah, we'd be basically draining our supply just to produce 4 rotors a minute, which we could do. Or smart plating it. Reinforced iron plate, we can do 5. Yeah, see, we can do this, but again, it will kind of drain out our iron plate, so we may want to reinforce some plate in here. But we also need we produce reinforced plate, so let's actually just set that up real quick. Set up over here. H so that stay in spot, and I can kind of nudge it to where I want. Actually, almost perfect. I'm going to bring it back right there. Do it. Screws. Connect the plate. We're going to hit reinforce. Power it, which will probably break our grid, to be honest. Use up quite a bit of power. 15. That's going to push us way over. We'll see. I'll also drop a little box right next to it so that they can collect. Yep, there it goes. Okay. I'm going to go fix that real fast. Alright. So we just added 2 more. That added 60 more power to us. We're staying at 180. So that should let us expand for a little bit longer. They're back on. Up here, make sure our manufacturers start working. Looks like it. Yay, we are producing. So, looks like 29%. It should be pretty much 100%. 60 screws per minute for sure. I've done my math wrong. Nope, 40 times 3 is 120. Oh yeah, but we'll only be getting 60. Just won't collect any. I forgot about that. Well, we'll get that Logistics Mark II going here soon. Enough. Alrighty. But yeah, with that, I think it's weird. Anyways, but with that, I think we will call it good. And wrap up this episode. Started building our factory. It's gonna be really exciting. Eventually, over on this side over here, we'll get the copper going. And then also over in this corner, we will probably do some limestone. I've got a limestone node over there. And there's a couple up on this hill too that we'll probably pull together. And that will probably make what we'll do next episode. In between then, what we'll probably do is just keep harvesting wood and stuff to keep it going, let this all run for a little while, like gather resources so that we can just keep building and expanding. I may finish the research for logistics too. I probably will. So that will be what to look forward to. But anyways, with that, I hope y'all have a good day, a good rest of your evening. Oh yeah, also don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Maybe I need to speed it up, maybe I need to slow it down. I don't know which way. I'm kind of building slowly, but I could probably focus more on big projects if that's something you guys would be more interested in. Right now I just kind of wanted it to be a playthrough, but if people are more interested in just seeing the finished products, then I won't probably do the fast forwarding as much as I did in this one. And small jumps like this, like building an iron production line. Yeah, anyways, now I'm just rolling on. Anyways, you guys have a good night. Hope you have a good time. Bye bye.